all because
Did
they're
this
more
have
concerned
anything to do
with the
with the
other things.
timing of COVID and the heroicizing of so-called essential workers, which I fear vanished after COVID?
Yeah, no, that's a great point. This was all pre-COVID. All the research of the book had concluded by fall of 2019. So my experience was different, but I think you make a great point that when you were a retail worker, especially during this phase of COVID, you were deemed an essential worker. You were people are banging pots and pans as they stay at home and you're forced to go to work and you get a hero's pay bonus for 2 weeks, maybe 2 months. And then you watch as there's a giant stock buyback at the end of the year because these grocery chains are literally making record profits. And your hero pay disappears, you go back to normal. I think it bred a lot of resentment.
To your knowledge, one of the questions that came in, because luckily many participants did send questions in beforehand. To your knowledge, did any of these COVID-19 bonuses have an effect on the wage structure? And do you suppose that the kind of disillusionment or kind of morning after effect you've just been describing has anything to do with the strengthening of union attempts among food service workers?
Oh, undoubtedly, undoubtedly. I think there was a real solidarity that developed during COVID. I think it translated into, it coincided with a high watermark in at least a local high watermark for union relationships, and it certainly was an additive factor there. I think that it was a period where if you we're talking to frontline grocery workers, it was an extremely stressful, same thing that was happening to teachers. These are frontline workers who are getting burnt out at never before seen levels. They were making they were making very little money while white collar professionals were told that their patriotic duty was to stay home and limit care, and limit contact. So, they were very attuned to that hypocrisy.